Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
We begin with an update tonight on an investigation we did surrounding the dangers of dirty nail salons.
An area salon owner tells us people have been asking a lot of questions about how they keep clients safe, saying the questions started after Valley News Live dug through local nail salon inspection records and told you about potential dangers.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson went to Affinity Salon in Fargo, where the owner says a good salon always has safety on their mind.
3 manicure stations here, and then we have 3 pedicure stations on the end.
Affinity Salon is closed on Mondays. However, the owner, Tashi Werman, says it's always this clean.
Cleanliness starts, it's not just the technician that's doing the service, but it's really the whole business. It's about keeping the entire business looking good and looking clean.
After we ran a story about inspection records of local nail salons and highlighted the dangers of getting your nails done at a dirty salon, Werman sent out this email to her clients. It reads, in light of the recent Valley News Live segment on nail salons, we have received so many questions from our guests about what we do to protect our guests. We're proud to share.
We use the OPI Spa Complete.
And Werman was proud to share with me what they do.
We always make sure that we sanitize our tubs for the required amount of time.
And they don't mind answering your questions either.
And I think another big piece of that is, I think it starts with having a passion for what you're doing and really caring about the job you're doing.
That passion and genuine care is what Werman says will prevent something bad from happening.
It is good to bring those things out, but not to necessarily panic about them. Just find a business that you can trust and that has a good rapport with you.
Reporting in Fargo.
But we always make sure that everything's cleaned in here.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
If you want to watch our earlier story about area nail salons and the questions the salon inspector says you should be asking, log on to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story.
Do you ever pay full price for items in the store or online? Many people say no. They have come to enjoy the discounts, deals, and rewards programs that retailers offered since the Great Recession several years ago. Stores were hurting and looking to get shoppers back any way they could. And people we talked with today said they couldn't remember the last time they paid full price.
I don't think I ever do, personally. I'll come back, I'll just watch that. How much do I love it? Question I ask myself is, am I going to get a lot of use out of that one item? So, yeah, I rarely buy things full price.
We have put a link to several websites that track deals for you. Just click on this story at valleynewslive.com.
A motorcyclist was taken to the hospital tonight after a crash with a bicyclist. It happened at the intersection of University Avenue and North Washington Street in Grand Forks. Police say they believe the 20-year-old bicyclist ran a red light, causing the crash with the 37-year-old motorcyclist. No word on the motorcyclist's injuries. The bicyclist was okay. No one was ticketed, but police are asking anyone who saw the crash to call them with information.
3 people were pulled from a car that started on fire after a rollover in Otter County, Minnesota. Investigators say a truck driven by 23-year-old Tyler Linus of Moorhead was heading east on County Highway 22 when Linus failed to stop at a stop sign and was hit by a car. Both vehicles ended up in the ditch. The driver, who's from Orlando, Florida, and her passengers, 27-year-old Emily Hardy and 4-year-old Landon Hardy of Fergus Falls, were inside the car when it started on fire. A passerby saw the crash and was able to pull them out. Landon and one of the women were taken to Sanford Hospital in Fargo. Linus suffered minor injuries.
A Jamestown man has pleaded guilty to distribution and possession of child pornography. This case came to the attention of police after the wife of 55-year-old Robert McManus found a cell phone wedged behind the refrigerator that contained child porn. McManus then admitted that child porn on the cell phone belonged to him. He also admitted that there were other devices in his home that had child porn on it.
A man from rural Lemoore County is dead after trying to save a puppy from a sewer drain over the weekend. It happened Saturday near Judd, North Dakota, which is southwest of Jamestown. Authorities say 19-year-old Jesse Wagner was trying to save the dog after it fell into an open 10-foot deep sewer drain. The puppy crawled up onto Wagner's shoulders and was able to get out, but then Wagner lost his grip and fell down into the drain where he died. An autopsy is being done on Wagner's body to determine the exact cause of death.
Fargo police are looking into 2 reported calls of children being followed home last week, both occurring within a 2-mile radius. According to a post on Nextdoor, a teen and her siblings were followed home from Hornbachers on 32nd Avenue South by a male in a silver sedan on Thursday. The male pulled his car into the driveway of the teen's home as they arrived before backing out and eventually leaving. In a Facebook post, a mother of a teenage girl says her daughter was walking in her neighborhood when she noticed a silver sedan with dealership plates following her on Sunday. The driver pulled over and attempted to approach the girl, but left after the girl started yelling for him to leave her alone. In both cases, the man was described as black, between 20 and 30 years of age, with facial hair and possibly missing teeth. Fargo PD encourages anyone who feels they are being followed or are in danger to call 911 immediately and find a safe place to walk or pull into.
Bill Cosby's fate is now in the hands of a jury. Jurors began deliberating today over whether he drugged and molested a woman more than a decade ago. The case went to the jury on this day 6 of the trial after closing arguments painted different pictures of what happened between Cosby and Andrea Constant at his suburban Philadelphia estate. Cosby did not take the stand, ending days of suspense over whether the jury would hear directly from him. A conviction could send Cosby to prison for the rest of his life.
U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions will testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee tomorrow, asking for the hearing so that, in his words, the American people will hear the truth directly from him. Sessions recused himself from overseeing the federal investigation into possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia back in March. This after he admitted to meeting with the Russian ambassador to the United States twice last year. Sessions will likely face questions about those meetings, but also about his involvement in the firing of former FBI Director James Comey. Valley News Live will have a link up on our homepage for Sessions' testimony tomorrow. Now, the proceedings begin at 1:30 in the afternoon. We'll be live streaming it through our website, valleynewslive.com.
This is a look at a celebration of life and vigil for the victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando.
A year ago, the city experienced the horrors of the worst mass shooting in U.S. history. 49 people killed at the Pulse nightclub, more than 50 others injured.
Reporter Kenneth Craig is in Orlando tonight with a powerful candlelight vigil to honor the lives lost.
Thousands of people gathered together in Orlando to honor the victims of the Pulse nightclub attack, united and more resilient than ever.
Out of the darkness, Orlando rose as a beacon of light, and we shined that bright light on the issues of equality and love.
They joined in song and in prayer.
Amen, amen, y amen.
Tara Connell's son, Corey, was one of the 49 innocent victims.
It's togetherness, I think, and the love and support that's going to get us through the 1-year anniversary and, years to come.
The evening vigil came after a full day of emotional tributes to the people who were killed during the massacre 1 year ago, when Omar Mateen opened fire in the gay nightclub as he pledged allegiance to the Islamic State.
You won't hear people in this community mention his name. Instead, they've chosen to focus on the victims and survivors with messages of love and kindness.
They were people, they were somebody's loved one, and they matter just like everybody else matters.
Lean on me when you're not strong.
And that is exactly what they did, with the message that love always wins.
The doors never opened at Pulse again. Eventually, the site will become a permanent national memorial to honor the victims and survivors.